Hello guys, today we are going to discuss about the C++ vector constructors. So C++ standard template library provides containers, algorithms, um, generic functions to operate on constructors. It provides functors, and vector is one of the container which is provided in C++ standard template library. um, I'll uh, I'll make another video where I'll be making another video where I'll show I'll tell that what are the containers, how we can create different containers, and I'll cover a different video for different things. But since C++ 14 and 17 different constructor functions are added, old constructor functions are changed, so I thought to make a video for C++ vector constructors. So I'll quickly go into the code directly here. So basically, what is the constructor? I'll just start off with the basic background. What is a vector? So vector is a dynamically allocated array. If you are aware about C programming language, arrays are there in C, which for allocating the array dynamically, changing the size dynamically, we have to use malloc function at runtime. But here at compile time only, we can create a dynamically allocated array. It will be resized when the size of the container increases. So that's what the vector is. So I'll just read it. Elements are stored in contiguous locations. Vector keep some space reserved in advance for storage of some variables. Now when this space is exhausted, it again reallocates the bigger contiguous space, copies the elements to new space, deletes the present space. So this is how vector manages the memory. So this is a difference between ArrayList and vector. ArrayList is a feature of Java. Vectors are synchronized by default, while ArrayLists are not. This means the vector, if we operate with multiple threads on vector require no synchronization, while ArrayList requires it. So this video is just about the vector constructor. So we are going to discuss 8 constructors which are present in C++ library. Rather there are 9. I have just skipped one, and then this is just the content of this video. So I'll just start it. And this is the first constructor. The how we call the constructor or for the vector class, this is shown here, while the definition of the constructor is shown here. This is a default constructor. It constructs an empty container with default constructed allocator. So until C++ 17, vector used to provide vector class just provides this vector function, but with after C++ 17 and with C++ 17, vector constructor is replaced with allocator call itself. So allocator is a class which is used by standard template library for dynamic allocation and delocation of objects. So this is the default constructor. If we just print out the values using iterator, I have just taken our iterator here, so nothing is printed because we have not initialized anything to it. Then there is a fill constructor here. If we see in fill constructor, what is the definition? Constructs a constructor with n elements. Each element is a copy of a if provided. So in fill constructor, I'll just minimize it maybe. So in fill constructor, if we see here, size of fill constructor is n. The first parameter is the size. Second parameter of the fill constructor is the values with which the constructor should be filled. So if this is a vector 5, 10, so in that case a constructor of size 5 is created and initialized to 10. So if we traverse this vector, 10, 10, 10 will be printed. Then we have another constructor called the range constructor, which takes a range from another constructor and creates a new constructor out of it. So this is a range. The constructor C is constructed using the begin and end from the previous constructor here. So this actually creates the equal sized constructor. So the third argument here in these functions is the alloc, which is again a call to allocator. So alloc is a default valued parameter. If we are not going to pass anything to it, constructor will the compiler will take care of by itself. Then fourth constructor is a copy constructor. It's very simple. Internally it's implemented with AND operator, ampersand operator. Until C++11 this was the function parameter or template, and after C++11 we are just passing a allocator reference to the vector function, to the vector constructor. So it just creates a new constructor that is a copy of the given constructor. And just to remember, original constructor is also retained because this is not a move constructor. Then we have a fixed sized constructor. So this is same as array. We are creating a constructor of size 4. So here till C++14 this was the syntax. After C++14 a reference to allocator object is passed. Then there is a move constructor. As we know, in move constructor, I'll cover move constructor in different video as well. In move constructor, the original object is copied onto the new object. So here we have we construct a vector from orig. Orig is the original semantics, and after the move, other is guaranteed to be empty. So if we see here, if we see this one, I have just noted the outputs here. After the explanation, I'll just run the program here and we'll check it. So if we see here, I have created a constructor. I have created a vector f which is of size 5 and initialized to 10 10 10 all elements. Then I'm calling move. I'm creating a new vector g, which is a copy, which is a moved of f. So now if I'm going to do a for print of f, nothing is going to be printed. But if I'm going to do for print of g, which is move constructor, so 10 10 10 will get printed. So it's just written wrong because we have taken 5 elements and we have initialized those to 10. Then we have so A7 I have skipped, allocator extended move constructor. This is same as the move constructor, but the only difference is it has a allocator object passed to it, and the original vector is not guaranteed to be empty after it. Then we have initializer list constructor. Initializer list was introduced in C++11. So here we can create a vector using this syntax, or even we can create a vector using the initializer list. So we have to include a header for initializer list if we want to use it. And if we print it, if we are going to print h, it will come 1 2 3 4. If we are going to print I, it will come as 880 800, because from the initializer list we have initialized. So I'll just comment this code for 2-dimensional vector. Maybe we can cover it in a separate video. I'll just try to run my vectors here. So g++ vectors, it's compiled. So now let's start looking from the first one. So this is the print of default. Nothing is printed here. Then we have taken a fill constructor, 10 10 10 is printed. Then we have taken a range constructor, which is just same as the first one. So this is the range constructor. Then we have taken a copy constructor, which is again copy of the range constructor. So this is this. Then we have taken a fixed size constructor, this one. So again, one good thing is this is initialized to 0. This is fixed size constructor here. Then we have taken a move constructor. In move constructor we have moved f to g. So first we are printing f, so in this case it's empty, and then we are printing g. So this is 10 10 10. So this is g. This one is g here. And then we have taken initializer list constructor. So initializer list constructor initializes the elements to 1 2 3 4. So this is 1 2 3 4, and then using the initializer list we have initialized to 880 800. So this code prints here. So I'll add the link to my GitHub repo after the video. If you have any questions, doubts, comments, if you like it, just like the video or post your questions there itself. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.